Real talk. Today's subject is about family. Sometimes we get adopted to other families that aren't even blood, and we sometimes also, once we adopted in that way, we have a new connection. Something that we wasn't resonating with the original family that we had before. We understand we have differences in life, but it's all how we process those differences and things of that nature. And sometimes you gotta forgive people and love them from afar and realize that maybe some people may not change. And maybe the times that you do reach out to those people, they haven't been through enough experiences to start, as you say, valuing yourself or better valuing the value that you may present. And it's okay. We all fall short. We all have weak moments. That's a part of being human. And like, I'm not no what you call a robot or anything like that. I do stuff off the strength just because of who I am. And a lot of times I don't be wanting nothing back in return. Hopefully that you will mutually can meet me in a place where you can reciprocate that energy. It- And if you can't, that's okay. Just say something. That's part of life. And since that's a part of life and what we're going through in everyday terms, I pray that I continue to keep growing and glowing and allow life for what it is. And don't take it personal, because a lot of the stuff isn't personal, but it's also to teach you that, maybe certain aspects in a part of your life that you need to keep on growing and flourishing in. And I'm learning more about the fact that life is gonna have all types of tops and turns, and it's gonna throw you certain curveballs. And since we're gonna have certain curveballs, we have to learn how to navigate it. It's either you hit it with the back, knock it out of the park, or you don't hit it out the park at all, you strike out. But the whole aspect of learning from that standpoint is just how to get up from the downfall or for just being striked out. Remember that you have another chance. Maybe your chance wasn't at the moment. Maybe we jumped the gun. Sometimes we do jump the gun with certain things that we're feeling, and sometimes those feelings can be false. Just because we're in a time of in need, or as you say, we're sorrowing, or uh, sorrow, grieving, a time in distress, and those things are very sacred to men slash women as well if they're going through anything like this as well. But it just teaches me more as a man that like you really don't have no savior but yourself. And the lessons that you do learn personally on one-on-one scale that you have to take to heart, you have to really, really take it within within your mind frame and within your heart to know that like that shit did not work. I thought it would work. I thought that maybe this was the time. Um, but maybe sometimes we need to just straight up just give up on shit. Give up on shit that's not giving you the type of energy back in return, because who wants to just drive be like, oh well, I got your back or this and that, and then you're not being reciprocated with that energy. And it makes me feel like, well, that's why like in the society that we live in, we got niggas that like play this little game that like I'll fake it till to make it, and I'll do everything. I'll talk right. I'll put on this type of persona, this and that, and and on the back end portion, like okay, it works up on the surface for some time, but over time, is it really lucrative to ourselves? Is it really like keeping the progression going? I understand some people make a character for themselves so they can live upon the surface of social media and make it seem like it's all good and well, but at the end of the day, I'm just learning that like a lot of stuff ain't what it seemed out to be, and we may not actually get that necessary value and care that we need, but that's all right. Keep on pushing, men. Uh, love y'all, brothers, man, and we're all in this race together. And I don't feel no type of way about certain things that's been happening. I just been feeling very mutual, respected, not upset, more like It is what it is. It's a lesson to be learned. And since it's a lesson to be learned, what more can I ask for in this life that I continue to keep my heart with three stacks, but also realizing that you don't want to have too much of a wall up, because what if you pass up on something that was something good for you just because of past experiences that may scar you or may have you with a defense mechanism to just be like, I ain't fucking with this. This too good to be true. This motherfucking not real. Or even one better, you're so skeptical, you're so stern that um, you have to really work with your morals and boundaries to a point where, with one false move, you're totally out of there. And I totally respect men that be like that as well. I'm learning more and more about that atmosphere and the way how that plays out and things of that nature. And that's why I'm just learning that maybe God possibly could have made a mistake during this time of like the last days that we're having the companionship and stuff like that, that that unity, that maybe we it wasn't meant to be in that form of nature. Well, maybe it was just a big lesson to try to teach us men to how to revaluize ourselves and have the proper motives and the proper